Bend both legs. Extend the arms out to a T. Lift the legs up off the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale, both knees to the right, hovering above the ground. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Linking the breath to the movement. Once you have that linked, you can add the head, looking in the opposite direction of the knees. Finishing up whatever side you're on, making your way to center, releasing both feet down to the ground, hands down by the hips, moving into bridge flow. Inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up. Exhale, roll down the spine. Inhale, lift. Connecting the breath to the movement once again. Reminder that we always warm up the body before deep stretching. That way we're less likely to pull something, but also we increase our flexibility more and we work on mobility. And if we're honest, mobility is more useful in everyday life, right? It'll help you do the dishes and fold the laundry and paint weird spots of the house. And the flexibility will help relieve the pain and just have you overall more balanced. Last one. And lowering down, reaching for the block. This is where we start to get weird. So we're going to squeeze the block between our belly and our left leg. So if you have one of those fascia release balls, this would be more comfortable. But if you have a block, this is what we're going to use. So activating that, you should feel the hip flexor activate, the core activate, and then we're going to inhale, lift the hips, still squeezing that block, and exhale, lower. Just a few of these one-legged bridges because they're intense. Sitting with the discomfort, finding that fine line between determination and listening to the body. One more like this. And releasing the left leg to the floor, stretching the left leg out to release that hip flexor. Then bending the left leg again, moving the block over to the right side of the belly, squeezing the block between the right thigh and the belly. Find your balance. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower. Noticing the difference between the sides. We're evening things up. While bridge flow is really good for us to reset the pelvis, we all tend to have a stronger side and we tend to shift more of the weight to that side. So by moving one leg at a time, we work the legs equally. One more. And release, move the block to the side, spread the arms out to a T, bring the feet to the edges of the mat, so wider than hip distance. Deep breath in. Exhale, both knees to the right, keeping the feet wide. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. If there's any discomfort in the lower back, do the same movement, but with the feet together. Then you can close the eyes, connect the breath to the movement, and enjoy this fluid stretch. The next time you're on the right side, go ahead and hold there. Option to stay exactly as you are, or you can bring the right foot to the left thigh to kind of weigh it down and get a deeper stretch along here. Releasing the right foot from the thigh, inhaling the legs to center, exhaling to the left. Option to place the left foot on the right thigh. Turn the head in the opposite direction. Inhale to center, release the left foot, and then reaching for your block again, placing it between the thighs. If you don't have a block, you can do this without. And then legs straight up, feet flexed. Try to have the knees and ankles over the hips. In other words, don't do this or this, right ahead. Interlace the hands behind the head. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl up and hold. A strong core makes everything in the body easier. And every yoga pose uses core. But we're going to start with some core work to make sure that our core is active and firing. Exhale, release the head. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl up. Turn the toes to the left and hold. Legs back to center. Release the head. Bend the legs. Give your legs a break, but keep the feet off the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl up. Straighten the legs. Squeeze the block. Turn the toes to the right. Feet back to center. Bend the legs. Release the head. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale, curl up. Straighten the legs. And then we're going to twist from left to right. As Tina says, like we're driving a car with our feet. Meeting in center, bending the legs, releasing the head, moving the block and relaxing the legs. Then full body stretch. And then keeping the legs straight and the arms ahead, we're going to try rolling up. So reach the arms up, exhale, curl up, reach past the toes. If you can't do that, bend the legs and use the thighs to roll up. Okay, so either option. One more, and then let's roll up all the way. And then coming off all the way through to all fours. Then from here, let's move into cat and cow with the breath, moving through the spine. This will be our last one. The median and center core active, so the back is straight. Let's reach the right leg straight back, bend it, reach the sole of the foot up for the ceiling. Exhale the knee to the elbow. Inhale back up. Exhale to elbow. Moving with your breath. Option, continue flowing like this, or you can pull the knee toward the nose. Last one. Right leg is straight back, straighten it, lower it to the ground, kick the left foot off to the side a little bit, turn the right toes, lift the right arm, kneeling side plank. Now, this is where we're going to do another weird one. So from here, we're going to lift the right leg into a kneeling half moon. Right arm overhead. Option to stay here. If you'd like to make this more challenging, exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, extend, full length. Exhale, elbow to knee. Just doing 5. Challenging the body in new ways. Working on that line between strength and discomfort. Figuring out if you need determination or if you need to give yourself a break. Last one. Then go ahead and lower the right foot to the ground. Right arm straight up and lean into that left shoulder blade a little bit, opening up through the chest. Press into the right foot. Come back to neutral with the right arm, and then we're going to inhale the torso up so that the right hand can come to the right leg. Gate pose. Pinwheel the arms back down to all fours. Then left leg reaches straight back. Lift the heel up, bend the leg. Inhale, reach the sole of the foot up. Exhale, bring the knee to the elbow. Inhale, back up. Moving with your breath. Option now to move the knee toward the nose. This will be our last one. Meet with the leg straight up. Straighten it. Place the left toes down on the ground. Kick the right leg out a bit like a kickstand. Turn the toes and lift the left arm. Then find your balance, lifting the left leg. Option is stay here. Second option, left arm overhead. Stay here. Or exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, using those obliques, working on balance. Just 2 more breaths. So wherever you are, 2 more breaths. And then releasing the left foot to the ground. Left arm straight up and lean back, opening up through the chest. Press into the left foot. Then inhale the torso up, left hand comes to left leg, right arm overhead. Exhale, pinwheel back down to all fours. Reach for your block if you have one. Place it between the hands, between the thumb and the index finger. That just helps keep the hands shoulder width. And then drop to the forearms in preparation for dolphin. So you can stay here on the knees and pull the right knee in. Or you can come up to the toes, pull the right knee in, and then come up on the ball of the left foot. So core activation, arms, strength, flexibility in the left leg. Find your determination. Release the right foot. Feel free to take a break if you need, or stay upright, pulling the left leg in, coming up on the ball of the right foot. One more breath. Releasing the foot, dropping the knees, knees wide, big toes together. Move the block to the side, press back to child's pose. Inhaling, pressing up to all fours, bringing the knees back hip distance, turning the toes under, shifting on up to down dog. Keeping the legs bent, pedaling out the feet if that feels good. Ears between biceps. Hands are shoulder width, not wider. Pressing evenly into the hands. Then looking in between the hands, walking the feet forward to forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to standing. Exhaling the hands through heart center. Good. Then inhaling the arms up, interlacing the hands at the top, palms together, index fingers released. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale fold. Inhale half fold, hands on the shins, straight back, looking down at the ground. Exhale release. Bringing the hands to the ground, reaching the right leg back, dropping the knee, coming all the way up to kneeling lunge. Then from here, we're going to add arm circles. So arms reach back, down, back to kneeling lunge. Continuing that full movement in the shoulders. Right glute is on, so we get that nice stretch in the right hip flexor. And then meeting in our kneeling lunge, deep breath in. Exhale the hands down. Swing the left leg back, press back to child's pose. Inhale, kneeling plank. Exhale, slow chaturanga as we release to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release the forehead to the mat. Inhale, back up to baby cobra, flowing with the breath. Elbows in tight. Chest nice and open. Feeling the strength of the back. Then holding this baby cobra at the top, making the spine as long as possible. Breathing. Exhale the forehead down. Press up and back to child's pose. Inhale forward to all fours. Swing the right leg forward, tuck the left toes. Inhale the arms up. This time left arm forward, right arm back, and swing. Then inhaling all the way up, full stretch. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Lift up the left knee, step forward to forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale the hands through heart center. Then from here, inhale to chair, bringing the arms parallel to the ground. Tuck the tailbone straight back. Lower the hips a little more. Exhale, airplane, chest comes forward, hands reach back. Inhale, back to chair. Exhale, fold to forward fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, release. Stepping the left leg back, dropping the knee. Inhaling all the way up. Then bringing the fists together right in front of the heart. From here, we're going to twist to the right, so toward the front right leg, and unwind back to center. Exhale, twist, like we're wringing out the core. Now on this next time, let's hold the twist to the right. Extend to the arms. Left toes, if they aren't tucked, tuck them. Here's the challenge pose. We're going to try to come up to high lunge. Then bring the hands to heart center. Left elbow to right thigh. Full twisting lunge. Challenge of balance on that one, huh? And then once again, challenging the balance. Find your drishti on the floor. Step the left foot next to the right for twisting chair. Inhale all the way up to standing, little bit of a back bend. Exhale, fold straight back down. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, release. Stepping the right leg back, dropping the knees, keeping the toes tucked. Inhale up. Exhale the hands in front, bringing the fists together. Exhale, twist to the left this time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. So we're training the core for that twist. Also working on the balance, and we're going to challenge the balance. The next time you're twisting to the left, hold there. Extend the arms. Find your balance. Find your drishti. Lift the right knee up. Then bring the hands to heart center. Right elbow to left thigh. Twisting lunge. Finding your determination here. This is a challenging sequence. And then finding your drishti, stepping the right foot forward to twisting chair. And then inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half fold. Exhale, release. Stepping back to plank. And then from here, we're going to press back to down dog. Using the core once again, we're going to start with the lower core, really activate and roll up the spine to plank. And then press back to down dog. Roll forward to plank. Now, if this is too much for the arms, you can instead go from kneeling plank to child's pose. So picking whichever option works best for you. Then let's all meet in plank or kneeling plank, and then everyone meet in kneeling plank. So we're all, and then come to all fours. From here, we're going to step the right leg back, then the left, so we're in plank, then drop the right knee, drop the left knee. So just like we're walking almost, but we're strengthening the arms, core, working on the balance. The meeting in all fours, we're going to switch legs. So now left leg back first, then right, then drop left knee, drop right knee. Continuing. Last one on the left. The meeting on all fours, knees wide, big toes together. Press back to child's pose. Walk the hands over to the right side of the mat so you could stretch out the left side of the body. Walk the hands back to center and then over to the left. Back to center, pressing up to all fours, turning the toes under, shifting on up to down dog. Deep breaths here. Then looking between the hands, walking the feet forward to forward fold. Inhaling all the way up to standing. Exhaling the hands to heart center. All right, reaching for your block. Again, you can do all of this without it, so don't worry if you don't have one. But reaching for the block behind the back or your hands and pulling the block apart or pulling your hands apart. Feel that nice stretch through the chest, shoulders, and the upper back is nice and wide. Then release that. Squeeze the block between the hands. If you don't have a block, just hold it. Inhale up. Exhale, bend, keeping the elbows in tight. Inhale up. Exhale in front. Let's do a couple more of those. Inhale up. Exhale, bend, elbows in tight. Inhale up. Exhale, straight. The more you squeeze the block, the more you'll activate the muscles. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale in front. Then bending the legs, hinging into forward fold using this block. And then from here, we're going to place the block in our right hand, step the right leg back. And then from here, we're going to sink the hips, switch the block to the left hand. If you have two blocks, you can keep the block under the right hand. Inhale the left arm up with the block. Exhale, bring the block underneath the left thigh as you straighten the left leg. Then inhale back to twisting lunge with the block. Exhale, bring it under the thigh and straighten the leg. Moving with your breath. This is some nerve flossing. The block is not necessary, it just adds a little weight. Then on this next one, as the block is underneath the leg, just switch it to the right hand, place it underneath the right hand, bend back to lunge, inhale, left arm up, hold the twisting lunge static. Try to lean into the right shoulder blade a little bit. Exhale, unwind, and then straighten, don't lock the left leg for runner stretch. Slowly bend the left leg. Start shifting the weight to the left leg. You can walk your block forward. Lift the right leg up. You can use the block under both hands or bring the hands to the floor. Bend the right leg. Reach the sole of the foot up to the ceiling, just like we did earlier on not all fours. But hold static. Then step the right foot next to the left, so we're back in forward fold. Reach for your block and inhale up, reaching the block straight up. Exhale, bend, triceps in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, straighten front. Two more like that. Inhale up, squeezing. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, forward. Last one. Then bending, hinging at the hips, releasing to forward fold. Inhale, half fold, hands on the blocks. Exhale, release. Leave the block right there. Step the left leg back to a lunge. Find your stability. Place the block under your left hand, or you can keep it in the right to add a little extra weight. So inhale, right arm up. Exhale, under the thigh as you mostly straighten. Inhale, back up. Last one, meeting with the arm under the thigh. Place the block on the ground. So you can place the left hand on the block, come back to the lunge. Inhale, right arm up. Lean into that left shoulder blade. Exhale, unwind. Begin to straighten that right leg for runner stretch. Relax the head. Beginning to bend the right leg. Start walking the left foot closer, shifting the weight to the right leg. Walk your block forward. Lift the left heel up. Warrior three. Option to use the block under both hands or not. Bend the left leg. Reach the sole of the foot up for the ceiling. Then step the left foot next to the right. Use the block for half fold. Exhale, release. And then you could hold on to the forearms or elbows and just hang. Inhale all the way up to standing. Exhale the hands through heart center. And then let's take the block, move it to the side of the mat facing the screen, and step the leg back into a wide stance so you're facing the screen. Toes turned out to a wide plie. Inhale the arms up, five-pointed star. Exhale, squat, hinge. Inhale up. Exhale, squat. Last one. Bring the arms parallel to the floor. Right toes turn to me, left toes turn to the back of the mat or top of the mat. Warrior two. Exhale the right elbow to the right thigh. Left arm overhead, extended side angle. Press into both feet. Inhale on up to standing. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands to the hips, shift the hips to the left foot, torso to the right leg, and hold. Triangle with no arms. It's hard. Inhale on up. Turn the feet parallel to one another again. Nice slow side lunges, stretching that inner thigh, strengthening the outer hip. And you can keep the hands on the hips, or you could bring the hands to the block and do side to side that way. The meeting in center, bending the knees slightly, hands to the hips, hinge up to standing. Right toes face me, left toes face the other side of the mat. Bend the leg, warrior two, deep breath in. Exhale, left elbow to left thigh, right arm overhead, extended side angle. You can look down at the foot, straight ahead, or up at the hand, whatever feels best on the neck. Inhale on up, bring the hands to the hips, reach the hip back toward the right foot, torso to the left, and hold. Inhale on up, turn the feet so they're parallel once again. Interlace the hands behind the back, or you can place them on the hips. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale, hinge. Release the hands down to the block. Place the left hand on the block, low height, medium height, high height, whatever your legs tell you to do. Bend the right leg, reach the right arm up. Option to look down at the hand or up at the hand. Exhale, unwind. Right hand down, Left leg bends, right leg is straight. Inhale, left arm. Whatever you did with your head on the other side, do it on this one. Exhale, unwind. And then taking the block, we're going to move it behind us to the back of the mat. And then we're going to bend the legs, come to kneeling. And the block is right there, so you could slide it underneath your sit bones this way, unless it's comfortable to just sink the hips to the heels. Then extend the arms out to a T, left fingers back, right fingers forward, head to the right. Inhale up, switch hands. Moving with your breath, some nerve flossing for the neck. And relaxing the arms, shifting the hips, coming to butterfly. If you feel like the legs are way up here, you could slide the block underneath the hips, and that'll help open up even more. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Pressing the chest forward, nice straight back here. Slowly come up. Straighten both legs. You could stay on the block or not. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge, pressing the chest forward. Legs are active. Slide the hands along the legs. Inhale on up. Bend the left leg. Bring it across the straight leg. Option to keep the bottom leg straight, or you can tuck it. Sitting up nice and tall, right arm extends to me, either hooks or presses, twisting, looking over the back shoulder. And you could choose whatever feels best for you. I always think the hook stretches my hip more, and the press gets my back more. So whatever you need today. Unwinding to center. If the bottom leg is straight, leave it that way. Slide the top leg over so the knees are on top of one another. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, bend. Reach the right hand back. Option to make the bind or just leave them there, then open up through the chest. Release the arms and then hinge forward, getting those hips a little deeper. Slowly come on up, extending both legs again. This time bending the right, bringing it across the leg. Option to keep the bottom leg straight or bent. Make sure both sit bones are on the block or the floor. Sit up nice and tall. Left arm extends. Hook or press, twisting to look over the back right shoulder. Unwind to center. Slide the top leg over. Knees on top of one another. Both sit bones back on the block or the mat. Right arm extends up. Bend palm to the upper back. Left arm reaches back, palm away. Make the bind or knot. Don't press on the head. Inhale, open up through the chest. Shoulders relaxed, pressing down through the sit bones as we lengthen through the upper body and stretch the arms. Release the arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press the chest forward, getting a deeper stretch in the hips. Inhale on up. Unwind the legs. Come to kneeling. Turn the toes under and come all the way up. Place the block by the right ankle. Square the hips and shoulders off. Tighten the core. Hands to the lower back. Start to lean. If you can release that right hand to the block, go ahead and do so. Inhale the left arm up. Breathe. Inhale back up. Release the hips to the heels just for a breath. Move the block to the other side. Come back up to kneeling. Block is now by the left ankle. Turn the toes under. Core on, glutes on, hands to the lower back. Open up. Stay here or bring the left hand to the block. Right arm overhead. Inhale up. Release the feet. Sink the uh, hips to the heels. You can move the block out of the way. Knees wide, big toes together. Relax into child's pose. From here in child's pose, just roll the head side to side like you're saying no, massaging the forehead. If the forehead doesn't comfortably reach, you can use your block and do the same thing. Then from here, slowly coming up to all fours. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Option one, move the left hand off the mat to the side so it's propped up. Option two, extend left hand toward the top of the mat. Option three, wrap it around the body. Inhale, press up to all fours, wrists back underneath shoulders. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Same options with the right hand. Gently press on up. Walking the hands forward for puppy pose. If you know puppy pose is a challenge, you could place your block here. Then sinking the chest and the forehead to the block or the mat. Breathing deeply. Gently pressing back up. We're going to shift onto the left hip. So the knees are stacked. And then we're going to lower ourselves down onto our chest, arms either cactus or straight out. If this is too intense of a twist, straighten the bottom left leg and figure four with the right. You really want this pose to be relaxing and restorative, so pick the version that feels best for you. And if it's uncomfortable to be on the belly and the chest, just flip it around and do the twist on the back. From here, gently press up. We're going to leave the legs like this, but we're going to slide the left arm under and the right arm back, opening up to a twist on our back. Gently bring the knees to center. Drop the knees over to the other side. Press up a little bit. Slide the right arm under. So now you're on the right side and the chest. Cactus arms or straight, whatever feels best. Gently lift the upper body, slide the right arm under, twist, reaching the left arm back to our reverse supine twist. Inhale the knees to center. Straighten the legs, feet hip distance. Roll the shoulders under a little bit so the palms turn up. Deep breath in through the nose, sigh it out. Then we're going to take a few breaths to count our inhalation and try to exhale to 2 counts longer. So if it takes you 5 to inhale, try to exhale to 7. Then letting go of counting the breath, allowing your natural breathing pattern to take over. If you'd like to make this meditative, you can count the inhalation 1, exhalation 2, till you get to 10, and then start over again at 1. You could also bring the hands to the lower belly if that feels more natural for you. 1 minute of breathing deeply, focusing solely on the breath. When another thought comes in, observing it, letting it go, and returning to the breath. From here, gently reaching overhead, full body stretch. Exhale, roll to whichever side feels most comfortable, resting the head on the arm. And then check in with the body, seeing how you feel now versus the start of class. Hopefully more mobile, more stretched out, stronger, more relaxed. And then press on up to seated. Bring the hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Thank you for coming to practice with me today. Namaste.